Get started. Okay. For those of you, most of you already know who I am. I'm Terry B. Jones, and I am a internet marketer online, but I have a full-time job at Florida Blue, where I've been at for December will be 34 years in IT. And so IT is me.
Yeah.
So if there's any kind of new technology coming out, I am on it. I am on it. And so, and then I'm also a member of the Jacksonville Black-Owned Business Facebook group, where I'm one of the admins. Every Wednesday, I share a marketing strategy for the businesses to know what's going on, how they can grow their brand and reach in revenue with technology. And so that group is we're almost at 10,000 members in that group. Yeah. And every day more and more people, are trying to come aboard. So I'm going to go ahead on and get started with the presentation. Let me go ahead on and share my screen here, so I don't want to hold you guys up on today. All right, everybody able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, okay, so I am Terry B. Jones of We Voice It, and what I'll be sharing with you tonight is a simple copy and paste, no coding system that you can start today, and what I call creating chit chat cash. And so that's pretty much what this whole presentation, okay, hold up, next. All right, so the new app that you'll be chit-chatting on is basically Alexa. And you will be able to get your content in front of million Alexa Echo device listeners. So if there's a business or a blogger, content creator, then this is where they want to be, okay? Now, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you on tonight, what Amazon Alexa is, why would you want to get into voice, some statistics about voice, local businesses and how they can take advantage of voice, talk about a flash briefing, how to enable it, tips for creating one, and also the different devices that's available, and the different types of content that would fit being on a Echo device, and how to get the word out about it. Okay, you would create one, but then it's like, okay, how do I let people know? And then if you decide you want to go forward with this concept, then I'll go into that. So now, here's some of the things that I actually teach. I do viral content marketing. When I say viral, I'm talking about if Facebook, you put a post on there, and it can go viral. Alexa skills, basically you can create those can go viral. YouTube videos, email marketing, Google My Business, and pretty much these are the different concepts that I teach. And so if you or your kids, because I'm all about what the Bible said is for us to leave an inheritance to our children, okay? I have 2 grandkids, 9 and 12 years old, and I already started them at 7 years old, doing YouTube videos. It's a lot of adults, they're afraid to get on video, but Chrissy, she can work a video. Milani, they both, basically, she more the techie side of it, and so I've been teaching the 2 of them pretty much what I know, so that, because guess what? Money gives you options, okay? The money gives you access. And so that's what I want them to do. I want them to be able, to take what I'm teaching them and to be able to, earn some money from it when they get to that point of, being a teenager and you're looking for a job. Because as a teenager, for me, I had 6 streams of income. Okay, who knows one of the streams of income that you think that I had as a teenager? What do you think I had as a stream of income?
Technology.
No, not as a teenager. Technology didn't quite come out until I went to college, at 18, and that was like I'm talking like Apple was not a thing. I actually learned how to program on there, but when I was like 14, 13, 14, what type of work you think I did to earn income?
You had a lemonade stand.
Well, I'm from New Orleans now.
Newspaper. Oh, okay.
So we called them. Now they got different names, okay? And so some people call them frozen cups, and that's what we call them, frozen cups. Yeah, that's what we call them in New Orleans, frozen cups. So I sold those. I babysat. Who did not babysit as a teenager? You know what I'm saying? I was babysitting, and the thing that really got me into the job that I'm in right now is the fact that my handwriting was so ugly. In the 8th grade, my teacher told me I could not turn in my papers written. I had to have them typed. I kid you not. And so because of that, I learned how to type. And because I was able to type in 8th grade, I was 13. And so I had to turn my papers in. And of course, you know, I got good at it. So at 14, when all of the kids was working a summer job at the camps and stuff, I was able to get my first office job at 14 years old because I could type. So that's how lemons were turned into lemonades for me. And not only did I get that job, but also my friends, they would pay me to type their term papers, different things you had to return in, you know, for school projects. And then when because we all were of age where we could work, I basically was great in math. That was always my best subject, math. I love math. So I did everybody income taxes. So I got paid for that, you know. So like I said, there's so many different ways to make money. And our kids nowadays, oh my God, there's so many ways that they can make money right now with these different concepts that right here I'm showing you, with Alexa skills, email marketing, YouTube marketing, Google My Business. It's a lot of business not even set up on Google so that, you know, you can see their location when they open. Ebook marketing. I'm an author of 15 books, so I can teach them how to, you know, do books. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. I don't want to keep carrying on about myself, you know, but I want to educate you guys. So this is something that in this tool here, the tools for 2020, the first actual presentation or webinar I did in the Black-owned business Facebook group for the first of the year. I told them, here are the 3 things that you're going to have to put in your arsenal, okay? Which was video marketing, email marketing, and Google My Business. Who knew that the coronavirus was going to be here and we were all going to have to social distance? So video marketing is huge, right? Because now, you know, you have to get yourself on video or put your product or service on video. Basically, email marketing is communicate with your clients, your already existing clients, as well as reach out to new clients to build know, like, and trust, because people don't necessarily buy from you the first time that they interact with you and they see your product or service. And then Google My Business, that's so that when people go do a search on their mobile device, their phone, most people are searching on their phones, okay? And because we're all social distancing, people looking to see, okay, what's open near me, what time they close, what have you. You can't go bebopping, you know, to the store that would normally close at 10 o'clock, you know, when the social distancing started, because they were closing at 6 o'clock or they just weren't open at all or shut down. And so those are the concepts that I actually bring to businesses and entrepreneurs, and even those who decide, you know what, I want to make some extra income on the side and start an online business. And those are the top concepts right there that you can start with, okay? Now, what is Amazon Alexa? Alexa, all it is Amazon's voice service, okay? And the brain behind the Echo family of devices, such as the Echo Speaker, the Echo Show, the Echo Dot. And basically it provides skills and flash briefings that enable customers to create a more personalized experience. it is definitely the next big thing, okay? Like I told you all in the beginning, if it's something techie going on, I am on the front end. I'm more a proactive person and not a reactive person. So that's why I'm on here, letting you know what's going on. And you all probably seen the commercials on TV, you know, about Alexa. People's like, Alexa, open my door. Alexa, you know, where can I do this and that? So, you know, it's already out there. Okay. And Samuel Jackson, he got an Alexa skill out there where you can have him to cuss if that's, you know, what people into. Just sit, you know. But anyway, why voice assistants? Because we are actually in a voice activated world. Google Home is a voice concept. You got Amazon Alexa. You guys already been, if you have an iPad, of course, you've been talking to Siri. And then, of course, Microsoft has Cortana, all right? And then with my Xfinity, you know, they sent me a new mic where I can just tell the TV, hey, go to CBS or whatever. So that's where we are. We're in a voice technology space, okay? And so let's talk about search when it comes to voice, okay? So among those who already use voice search locally, that's a high frequency of use. Like I said, more people are using voice. Smartphones are the most used voice search tool, of course, because everybody carrying their phone, right? Then when looking at those aged 18 to 34, they favor smartphones above any other type of voice assistant, with 81%, that's a large number, using their smartphones at least once a month to look for businesses near them, okay? And this is followed by a tablet, and then 63% with a laptop or desktop. And then men are more likely than women to use local voice search. And then 55% of US households are going to have Alexa by 2022, okay? Now, here's some statistics. $10 billion worth of sales will be driven through Alexa by 2020 year end, okay? That's the end of this year, all right? 53% of those using smart speakers are the most likely to make local searches daily. Then as of July 2020, there are over 1 million podcasts and over 29 million episodes. 11,000, only 11,000 of that 1 million are flash briefings. And that's one of the things I'm going to be sharing with you tonight about how you can create a flash briefing. And if you know people that have podcasts, they don't have a clue of how to get that podcast heard on these Echo devices that's in the home of lots of people, okay? And then 46% of users look for local business information at least once a day, okay? And then Juniper Research estimated that there will be 8 billion, okay, digital voice assistants in use by 2023, all right? And then this firm, TD Ameritrade, okay, they said that their flash briefing on Amazon Alexa has opened up new ways for them to communicate with their advisors, okay, and their potential clients. So that's a top 500 Fortune company that is actually has their product on there, okay? Now, as far as businesses, entrepreneurs, bloggers, podcaster, content creators, basically, you know, people's like, okay, why would I have an Alexa device? Because basically you want your brand everywhere. Wherever your clients are, or potential clients, that's where you want to be, okay? And then, of course, you can sell your physical goods and services to customers that you would not normally be able to reach. And then, of course, you can use the flash briefing, the podcast, your blog content, you know, to get that larger reach, a more global reach. And then if there is an artist, a musician, or authors, they can actually take their content and make it into an interactive story. A musician can let them listen to part of the music and then send them to where they can actually purchase it. And so that's just a few things there. So let's talk about what is a flash briefing, okay? All it is text or audio content that gets published on the Amazon Alexa Echo device. They're short and informative pieces of pre-recorded content available either daily. Some people, it depends on what type of news it is. You may want your content out there every hour, okay? Or weekly or monthly, but those are the different ways you can put content out there, okay? Now, to enable a flash briefing is real simple. Just like you would go to Amazon, you know, to purchase technology or whatever you buy, you know, from Amazon. Well, when you go to Amazon and type in Amazon.com and you go to browse, you can click on a drop down screen and it will say Alexa skills. That is one of the choices. And this is one of the Alexa skills that I developed on home safety tips. And so what I share on there is different safety measures when it comes to, you know, being at home, with the elderly, the kids, you know, fires, any kind of safety type of thing, you know, pools, you name it, you know, that's pretty much what I'm sharing on there. And so what the person can do, so say for instance, if that person does not have an Echo device, they can download the Amazon Alexa app, okay? And then they would just go to the menu and select skills, and then they would choose do a search on that skill, and then they would just enable it to open it. Now, right here, you see where it says disable skill. That's because this skill has been enabled. But basically, now, if you decide, say for instance, you go looking out there, because you can search for all kind of stuff on there. And if you decide that you don't want to use that skill anymore, you can just disable it. Okay, so it's not something that you have to keep. All right. And then, so as far as tips on creating a great flash briefing, basically it will be your content. So say for instance, if you have a blog, you know, because there's some people, I don't know how they have the time all day to post on Facebook. I do not have, I don't know what kind of work they do or whatever, but I'm telling you, it's people, they all day, they just posting this and that and the other. I mean, you know, maybe they just that, you know, I don't know. But basically, if you have great content, you know, you want to reach customers with that content, you can definitely do that by having a flash briefing, okay? And basically, you want something that a person would listen to at the start of their day, okay? Or when they get ready to go to bed, or some type of routine, because basically it is some information. So say for instance, like I put a post out there saying, hey, anybody interested in having 300, contributing prayer for 300, to have 365 days of prayer, okay? So that is an Alexa flash briefing that could be created where every day somebody will listen to a prayer every morning before they wake up, or they can listen to it at night, at noontime, or what have you. And then different things that people do as far as a routine, you know, they can listen to the news, the weather, the sports, some kind of comedy, movie, television reviews, whatever that thing is that people do on a regular routine basis, you can have that created as an Alexa skill, okay? Now let's talk about the different devices that's available, all right? So here's the Echo speaker, and basically I ended up getting into this whole concept because on my job, I actually won an Echo speaker when we had an all-employee meeting, and they always giving out really cool techie gifts, and so I just so happened to win it, okay? So of course, you know, I wasn't familiar with what to do with it at the moment, but the grandkids came over, and we all know what that means, right? They're gonna dissect it. They're gonna, oh, Alexa, what's the weather? Alexa, who do you love me? Alexa, tell me what's gonna happen tomorrow. So basically, you know, they just going at it, okay? And so then I was invited to a webinar by some other authors, and it's like, hey, get on this webinar where you'll learn about how you can get your content on these Echo devices. I'm like, well, really? I got an Echo? Okay, let me go. And sure enough, that's how I found out how this whole concept works. and ended up, you know, going through the training and all that kind of stuff and learning how to do this. And so I was able to get my content on that device that I had just won. And all it is for this device here, it's either text or audio that you can listen to on here. Most people who have these, they just listen to music on it, but it's a whole nother world out there, and that's what I'm sharing with you all today. And so basically it could be short and informative pieces of pre-recorded content, okay, that's available daily, weekly, or monthly. Then there's the Amazon Echo Show. Now this is the 10.1 HD screen. And basically you can have your home smart with this here. It's a smart home hub where you can turn your lights on, you can turn your coffee maker on, you can make sure that when you leave home, that if anything happens, you can hear if it hears sound, it'll let you know, hey, you know, some sound going on in your house or whatever. Of course, you can see the lyrics of a song. So if you ask Alexa to play a song, it will show the words on there. So you can use that, you know, how you do karaoke, you can use it for that. Okay, you can stream, if you're already streaming music with Amazon Music or Spotify, Pandora, you can also listen to all that. If you have audio books, you can listen to that on there. And then the best and coolest thing, because you guys know I love to cook, right? So you can actually see recipes and people cooking and step-by-step recipes where you can actually cook right along with them. You can actually create your shopping list so that if you see a recipe on there, and I end up getting caught up in that there when I'm sitting here looking at mine, I see some recipe and I'll go ahead on and have it to create my shopping list for me, and I can make that particular dish. And pretty much your calendar, you can access your Gmail from there to find out what's on your calendar for the day. You can have photos on there. So say if you have, you know, elderly person and you have this device at their house, you know, they can call you, because you can look on here where it sees the little phone on here and you got the video where they can see you and they can talk to you, especially while social distancing. That would be great, you know, hands-free, to be able to call your family members, especially the elderly, instead of, you know, looking at them out the window. And then there's the Echo Dot. Okay, I won this device also from Amazon. This is look like a little puck. Okay, it fits in small spaces, so you can have one of these throughout your house. Okay, and so you can say, for instance, you know how everybody just lazy now, and you cooking dinner, and instead of you going in the room to let them know the dinner ready, you could just make an announcement. It's like dinner ready, so everybody can come and eat. So everything, you know, everything has a yin and a yang. All right. And then the Amazon Echo Show 5. I also have that one. I won that one from Amazon as well. And it has a button on the top for controlling the volume. Of course, hands-free video calling. And then basically you can connect to your home, other devices, of course, make your announcements. And of course, you can have your photos on here as well, create routines, and it has a camera on there. Chrissy was the one that showed me the camera. I told you, these little kids, they'll find out stuff. She learned how to do a whole bunch of stuff on here before I did. I'm like, oh, wow, cool. I didn't know I could do that. And so that's another one. And then here's the app. Okay, if you don't have those devices, you can just download the Alexa app, okay, on your phone. And then once you decide to get a device, then what you would use is the actual phone to set your device up. So you can say, hey, this one is, if you say you got the Dot, you know, and you got a couple of them, you know, or you got a plug, or you got the light bulbs that you want to control, and you can control everything from the app on your phone. Okay. And so that's what that one is used for. And what types of content to create? Well, workout tips. There's a really good workout one out there. It's like a 7-minute workout that you can get that in if you wanted to, like, especially if you're working from home and you don't want to just be sitting in the chair all day, you can get that little workout in. Of course, restaurants, daily specials. You know, if there is a restaurant that each day they have a special, that can be on there. Excuse me. And then pet care tips. You know, there are lots of people with animals. And actually, the top 3 products that are sold online is anything dealing with pets. That is one of the top 3. Anything dealing with making money and actually working on online type work. So those are the top 3 concepts. And then you have cosmetics. Okay, that covers everything: lip gloss, you know, anti-aging, wrinkles. I mean, you name it. Hot flashes. I don't know how many of y'all at that age where you have your little private summer like I do.
I do.
Yeah, so yeah, you can have, you know, a flash briefing talking about that whole, you know, getting older, baby boomers getting older concept. Of course, all kinds of things with fashion, furniture. You know, there's some people that are great at organizing, you know, offices and homes and stuff like that, event planners, daily deals, discounts, you name it. It basically, you can actually develop an Alexa skill for it, you know, for whatever your product or service, or offer this service to a business. Now, as far as here's some of the concepts here, like if there's an author, you know, basically it's their book. They can tell part of, say, I'll give a chapter or 2 about their book or what have you, and just kind of get them interested in purchasing their book or buying their book or what have you. Coaches, they have different coaching tips. Comedians can go on there. Basically, if there's a cause like a 501c3, you know, they're pushing, you know, child trafficking or whatever their thing is. Digital marketers that want to share information about how to do stuff on social media, different experts. If you're expert in finances, money, whatever your expertise is, journalists, podcasters, politicians that wants to push their agenda, you know, preachers that want to have their weekly sermons and stuff on there. And of course, community. So if you're in a part of a homeowners community and they have a newsletter that go out, they can have that information made into an Alexa skill so that the residents can listen to, you know, what's going on, what we're doing, you know, in the neighborhood. And of course, any kind of TV show. There's Jeopardy on there. There's Family Feud on there. All that kind of stuff is already on there. Of course, the big boys, you know, they take advantage of new stuff with the quickness. It's just the smaller businesses because, you know, they don't, a lot of time they don't know. Now, how do you get your word out about it? It's like, okay, all right, I got my flash brief and I got my skill out there. So it's no different than with you as a business owner and you had to have a website, okay? If you were to have gotten a YouTube channel, what do you have to do? You have to promote it, you know? And so basically with the Amazon Alexa app, there is a way for you to actually share your particular Alexa skill, just like you would if share a Facebook post or anything. You could text it to people, a link to it. You can post it on Facebook. You can post it on LinkedIn. I mean, pretty much the same way you would promote any other product or service that you have. Through email marketing, you can put it in there, say, hey, you know, I created an Alexa skill. You know, check it out today. And each week I'll be sharing something with you. Of course, Facebook posts, you can share it that way through a Facebook page, notes, Facebook Live. You can talk about it in that respect. Of course, on YouTube. And then, you know, I'm not going to promise you any results with anything, okay? Because, you know, if you have something that people want, they're going to buy it. That's just the bottom line, you know? And so, but I'm just showing you what actually works, all right? Now, how would you get paid with an Alexa skill? Okay, so basically, Amazon, they want content on these devices, all right? They want to be the #1 voice technology, okay? And so basically, if you create content on their device, then they reward you, okay? And high usage of your Alexa skill is what they're looking for, all right? And they reward you with gadgets, money. I've gotten money and I've gotten gadgets. Like I said, I have the speaker, which I got from my job, but then I got the Echo Show, both Echo Shows, the Echo Dot, and the, what else I have? But I have all of the devices, bottom line. And I have a really cool collector's item. I'll show you guys that after the presentation. But anyway, and then of course, drawing more traffic to your website, your social media platform. So create a flash briefing. You could definitely say within there, it's like, hey, you know, go to my website, you know, to take a look at whatever other stuff I'm offering or whatever. Or if on social media, if you have a Facebook group and you want people to come to your group, you can bring them, you know, add them, let them know, hey, come and join my group where I share more intimate information, you know, with people in the group. Or you can educate a larger audience, of course, about your product or service, because those who have this device and they're looking for what you have to offer, and then provide useful resources for your members that you may already have and those who you're trying to get. And in skill purchasing, that's a whole nother piece of how you can earn money from there. And then there's the hackathons that are going on constantly where you can earn money from that. That's one of them. I did earn money from that. And then Alexa skills can be offered to local businesses as a service, okay? Now, this is the really cool thing I was telling you guys about. I won, basically one of the month they had in October 2018. They said if you were to develop 5 Alexa skills in a month, then they were going to give this figurine, okay, that says, I've got super skills. And so I actually will, you know, was one of the ones to get this. They don't have this anymore. And so it is definitely a collector's item, okay? And then also, because of my knowledge of knowing how to develop Alexa skills, I've actually been paid to go and do workshops and teach. Went down with my grandkids down to Savannah, and we taught a group of kidpreneurs, because that group of kids, what they are taught by the lady that actually started that group, she teaches them how to, you know, start a business, you know, by doing websites and all of the different pieces of the pie. And so she introduced them to that. And then also at the True Gamers Expo, I was able to present there on how to create games with Alexa skills. And then I also, at the Business Talking Library, I was, like I said, at the Kaiser University, I've been teaching there. But because of the coronavirus, we pretty much have not, I actually had 3 actual teaching engagements I was supposed to do this year. That didn't happen, okay, because they weren't online, and Kaiser University is one of the places that I was going to, and I was doing webinars there, but you know, that kind of came to an end with the coronavirus. Now, here's a case study, okay? It's like, okay, yeah, you know, you say you won some of the devices and whatever, but here is this guy here, all right? David Markley, he built the word of the day quiz skill in one day. And within a month of launching the skill, he earned almost $1,500 in Alexa Developer Rewards, which is the program that pays developers for building skills that has the highest customer engagement. Now, this is the dude that is responsible for Amazon actually coming up with the Alexa Developer Reward program. And as of 2018, this dude is collecting $10,000 a month because people are listening to his Alexa skill every day. Every day, they want to hear the word of the day. I kid you not, and quizzing them on that. And he was like I say, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't even be paying money for it. But he was sending so many people, you know, to that skill. And then he reached out to the CEO and said, hey, you guys need to reward me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's like people, you know, using your device because of me. And that's how this whole reward system came about. and for, you know, rewarding with engagement. Okay. So if you guys, I'm not sure, I did put a link. I put a link in there to download the actual checklist. Okay. So just from hearing what I shared so far, what do you guys think about flash briefings, Alexa skills? What do you think about it?